Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have Lorenzo Musetti versus Frances Tiafoe for the quarter-final matchup at Roland Garros 2025. Before we do get into it though, remember to hit that like button, do subscribe if you're new, and do leave a rating or review if you're listening on a podcast platform. We're going to be previewing and of course giving you guys my prediction for this matchup. We've got Lorenzo Musetti, the current world number 7 in the world, which is incredible by the way. What a season he's had so far, known for his incredible, elegant one-handed backhand, variety in all-court game. He's had a very strong clay court season, reaching the Monte Carlo Masters final and semi-finals in Madrid and Rome. So he's made at least a semi-final in any major clay court tournament he's played. He also won an Olympic bronze medal on clay last year at Roland Garros, which was of course not the French Open, but the Olympics was held at Roland Garros, and he won a bronze medal there on the clay in 2024. For Tiafoe, he's been really good. I think in this whole tournament, I've been quite impressed. I wasn't necessarily backing him to make the quarterfinal stage. He's now currently ranked number 16 in the world, and he's an explosive athlete, of course, with a very powerful game, serve, forehand, consistent backhand, very flat. Likes to slice and dice at times as well. Good variety in his game, and as I mentioned, very athletic. I think he's got a lot of variety in his game, which holds up quite nicely against someone like Musetti. Historically, he's been more comfortable on hard courts, I think it's fair to say, but he's shown, in my opinion anyway, some real positive signs on clay. If I'm not mistaken, he won a clay court title in 2023 Houston, and he has reached now his first ever Roland Garros quarterfinal. By the way, as has Musetti, so that'll be interesting to see how both players handle it mentally, although I would imagine a quarterfinal is not going to be as daunting as, say, making your maiden final. In terms of the head-to-head, it is actually 4-3 in favour of Frances Tiafoe, but Musetti leads the head-to-head 2-1 on clay. They played in Rome not last year, 2 years ago. Musetti won in 3 sets. They've also played a couple of challenges, which I'm not going to get into because they're not important in terms of clay court matches. Regarding how they've got on, I mean, Musetti's looked pretty good. He's won first couple of matches in straight sets, and then 2 4-set wins, including a 4-set win over Holger Rune, which I thought was mighty impressive in that 4th round. I actually thought Rune would get the win. He had a 2-0 head-to-head record against Musetti, and I just thought maybe stylistically it wasn't a great matchup for the Italian, but the form he's in was just too much for a very, very erratic Holger Rune. For Frances Tiafoe, he beat Safiullin, Karen Busta, Korda and Altmaier. No, I've been impressed with him. Hasn't dropped a single set. Is that right? That's what I'm being told. That's what I'm being told. He hasn't, so he's looking good. He's looking very good. In terms of clash of styles and how it might play out, there's a few things. I think, to simplify it, it's Musetti's artistic variety versus Tiafoe's raw power and athleticism. But I think what will be interesting is, when we talk about Musetti's variety versus Tiafoe's aggression, Musetti's going to aim to disrupt Tiafoe's rhythm with slices and drop shots and heavy topspin, and then more lob type shots, flatter shots, utilising his one-handed backhand to create angles. Tiafoe hits quite a flat ball, so he'll be looking to flatten out his ground strokes and dictate with his forehand, aiming to shorten the points, being one on the front foot. I think both players possess pretty strong serves, especially Musetti as he's improved his serve. Tiafoe's always had a good first serve, very explosive, that's for sure. Musetti, I think, is more crafty, you might say, in terms of how he's able to serve effectively. Net play, I mean, I'm more inclined to go with someone like Musetti in terms of how proficient or how effective they are at the net. He's more inclined to come to the net anyway, uses touch and volleys, and yeah, he's great in and around the net. Good, very, very good short game. Tiafoe's athleticism will mean that he can finish off points at the net effectively, also chases down short balls really well. And then when we come to things like movement, it's interesting because Musetti's a natural clay court player. He moves extremely well. It's second nature for him to slide. But Tiafoe generally moves very well. And I think he has improved his movement on clay quite considerably, especially in 2025. I think in terms of mental resilience, both have had issues with it in the past, in terms of mental lapses. I think Musetti recently looks like he has... I think he's turned over a new leaf. I think he has. For Tiafoe, it's difficult. I think when he's hot, he's really hot. When he's cold, he can be very cold. But I think his consistency generally as well has also improved. In terms of prediction, I'm going to go with Musetti to win in 4 sets. Even though Tiafoe's got a dangerous game, I just think on clay, Musetti has the upper hand. And I think he's been the better player throughout this clay court swing, so he'll be more in form. He's beaten some good players, including Holger Rune. I think he'll get it done. And, you know, he doesn't get rushed much as one-handed backhand because of the slowness of the clay. And then he can dictate more on the forehand side as well. Let me know in the comment section below what you think and why. Thanks very much, guys. Stay safe and we'll see you in the next video.